So, I was reading today, and I was reading specifically Deep Work by Cal Newport, a book that I've been meaning to finish for so long. And I read about this thing that he talks about in part two, like rule number two, which is the any benefit approach. And he talks about it in a social networking context where it's like when looking for a social network, when people are looking for like looking at Facebook or Instagram or something that that connects people, something that can be kind of negative for focus. It kind of speaks to that kind of context where it's the people who use those with the any benefit approach, where it's like they will look into like literally any little benefit that they can get to justify why they use it. And that kind of got me thinking, because like, yeah, that's great when you're like, oh yeah, well, I'm thinking that way about social media, or I'm thinking about that way in social networking, and these are apps that I can cut out, and that's how it's gonna increase my focus, and it's gonna increase my, like, you know what I mean? But I kind of thought about it, and it applies to so many areas of life. It's like when I was talking to a friend, and my friend was trying to argue with me about his actual alcohol consumption. Like he would go and drink, or he would go and smoke weed, and obviously as his friend, I'm trying to stop him. I'm trying to be like, hey, what the hell are you doing, man? And not necessarily stop him, but like kind of give him that guidance where it's like, you don't need to be doing all that. And he'd bring up any benefit he could, like, oh, well, yeah, but alcohol, it kills the bad things in your gut, and like some people use it for sleep, and some people use it for this and that and the other thing, to try to convince me that it was somehow good. Or like alcohol makes me feel better about myself, or it makes me feel like it decreases my inhibition, so it like makes me better socially, it makes me funnier. Like that's quintessentially, I'm gonna put this down. Quintessentially, that is the any percent rule, or any benefit rule, where it's like, I don't care how bad it is in the long run. I don't care how destructive the habit is. I'm gonna find the like tiniest little insignificant benefit that I might not even be using it to justify what I'm doing. That makes absolutely no sense. When you kind of break it down like that, where it's like, yeah, sure, weed like has been shown to improve cancer symptoms sometimes, I mean, in specific cases, but do you have cancer? Like, sure, intense insomniacs have used weed to help them fall asleep, or have used alcohol to help them fall asleep, or whatever. But are you an intense insomniac? No, right? Like, what the hell are you talking about? And it's like, it's kind of like, it's kind of this ridiculous way of living life where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do the bad habits, but it's only because there's this one benefit, or these little benefits that like are just any benefit. And so many other things have those benefits. Like if you're looking at alcohol, like your inhibitions, you kind of control those, like, or you can ignore them. And if alcohol makes you socially better, why not just try to get socially better organically, without destroying your liver, without destroying your mind, without destroying the way you're perceived? Like, it makes no sense. And it's kind of that coping mindset, but also you can kind of think of it on the flip side, where some people, They do the any what's the opposite of benefit? The any negative kind of thing. I mean, I don't think that's the any detriment approach to like self-improvement, where it's like, oh yeah, I would run, but running's bad for your joints. Like, what? Like, it's that kind of stuff where it's like that kind of cope where they just find any negative so that they don't have to do the good habit. It's like, well, I would read, but like, it's gonna take up too much time. You spend 3 hours scrolling on your phone anyways. Like, that makes no sense. Or it's like I'm not gonna meditate because me having a full mind and me having a ton of thoughts running around in my head makes me good at being a person. Like, bro, what? I've never heard anybody say that last one, but I have heard the first two. And it's like, it's almost like people will find any excuse to do the things they want to do, and they'll find any excuse to do the things they don't want to do. And I'm just going to read quickly, because I did write it down, what the any benefit approach is, like what Cal Newport kind of clearly defined it as. He writes, "You're justified in using a network tool if you can identify any possible benefit to its use or anything you might possibly miss out on if you don't use it." And this is something I probably should have read the full thing before I said anything, because it's also that second part where it's like, or anything you might miss out on if you don't use it. That's a big thing. It's like people, the fear of missing out is so strong in a lot of people that they'll justify doing bad things because they're going to miss out on something. Like, oh yeah, I drink because my friends are, you know what I mean? And not drinking might mean that you miss out on those social events, but is that stuff you want to be present for? Like, people drinking and people having parties and all that garbage, is that really something you want to be around? It's just ridiculous. And it's like, oh yeah, I smoke because I get really vivid dreams when I smoke or when I quit smoking, and I would hate to miss out on those dreams. It's like, bro, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But it's literally, it's kind of like crazy. But you can also use it in a positive way. That's the important part, is that you can use the any benefit approach in a positive way. Because instead of being like these people who use the any negative approach on good habits, you can use them oppositely, where you use the any benefit approach on good habits and you use the any negative approach on bad habits. It's like, and you'll find it so much easier to do, where you're like, okay, am I like drinking, right? Just as an example, because it's so prominent in my life, with people around me. It's like the any benefit is I get to hang out with my friends, I'm funny, and I'm better socially. That's 3 any benefits. 3 any consequences, any negatives, is I feel crappy the day after. It makes me sick sometimes, and I'm not doing anything productive while I'm drinking. It's like, as soon as you start to kind of view the bad habits in this like realm, where it's like you can get the, like, and let's take scrolling on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. It's like, I can take the any benefit and be like, whoa, it's fun to watch. Like, I laugh, I do this sometimes, and sometimes aloud, while I'm watching it, and that's fun, right? Or you could use the any negative on it, and you could be like, well, when I'm scrolling, I'm not doing anything. I'm not even paying attention to the videos. I can't remember most of them. And my attention span is worse for it. That's 3. And you can find so many more. And it just makes the bad habits so unattractive. You don't even want to do them. It makes the good habits so attractive. You want to do them right away. Where you're like, oh, hold on. If I meditate, I'm gonna be more mindful. I mean, not immediately, but that's a benefit. I'm gonna be a little bit more peaceful, and I'm gonna be able to think better. Like, what? Like, hold on, let me do it now. You know what I mean? Instead of the, like, oh, I don't like sitting in silence. I keep thinking, and something else that's like a negative. It makes it almost like, kind of changes the frame to be like, oh yeah, wait, no, this is actually a good thing to do. And it's pretty awesome, and it's something that I'm going to start implementing. Because it's just kind of like, why wouldn't you? The benefits to implementing this, freaking, you get more done, you're happier about the things you do, and makes you more productive. I think that's what I said the first thing. You're happier with the things you do, and you're just overall a better person for it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to kind of, because I haven't seen anybody else talk about it, so I wanted to talk about that. I think it's pretty awesome. Don't be one of those people. Don't be a Jeffrey, I guess. If you're Hamza, don't be a Jeffrey. Don't use the any benefit on bad habits and the any negative on good habits. Do it the other way around. Remember, it's all about how you look at it, and wanting to be better is the first and most important step. See ya.